down the hammer and pick up the pencil. You're about to listen to the Savvy Radio Show. Learn from real-life real estate investors, experience revealed with the Savvy Landlord as your host.
Hey, you tuned in to the Savvy Radio Show, bang, bang, and I'm glad you did. Why? Oh, man, it just seems like I'm going through all kinds of life change. I don't know if it's midlife crisis. I don't know because I'm 45. I don't know, but I'm going through a lot of good stuff, and I met with this 19-year-old kid the other day. He had some questions, and I was like, and he was trying to make some decisions, and it's just really cool being 45 and talking to a very sharp 19-year-old superstar kid, and I was like, wow, okay, that's deep. And I can't remember exactly what he asked. I should write down his questions and do a podcast on them because they're pretty baller. His questions, I'm like, man, I can't wait for my son to get to this point. But he was making some decisions on starting a business, partnering with an individual or organization. And I don't know the details, but I know the gist that he came from. And I said, hey, man, I'm in the middle of something similar to this, where most of my life I pull the trigger quick. You know, a lot of people don't know this. I have a nickname called Trigger. This dude that used to work for me, he was always frustrated that we would make a decision and then boom, we would just go do it. I'm like, hey, I think we should do it. And if it was 2 G's, we'd pay for it. And I didn't have the money and I'd figure it out. I'd go buy it and then figure it out. Well, some people think that's a good way of doing it. For example, this just happened to me the other night. I'm like, hey, this is a great idea. If you buy your investor weekend ticket, you'll get a USB drive full of content. Well, that's a great idea, but we don't have it done. I was like, well, we'll have it done by April 12th. You see, I think sometimes some people need to be pushed. Some people just need to commit and then it will happen. And so, you know, I'm helping some other homeboy out the other day, and I found out this dude is motivated by pain. And I'm like, man, how can I apply all this stuff to my world? And so before this young man made a decision, I said, bro, ask yourself these questions. And so I was just wrapping off random questions that goes through my mind. And, you know, I came across these questions and I'm like, you know, I need to write these down. And then I was like, you know, I need to talk about these. So here they are. First of all, homie, what's your why? What's my why? So I wrote these down so I can email them. What's my why? What's my risk? And what's my return? What's the end result? And what does that result look like? What's my level of commitment? You know, I realize my goal in life is to make people millionaires, right? Because I'm fortunate. And why can't you, right? I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I just followed, did everything it said to do, and I did it. And it was not that hard. It was easy? No. But I did it. And I think I realized this question right here. What's your level of commitment? You know, I don't know if you follow Eric Thomas. He's like, you have to do it as more than you want to breathe. Or there's a there's a personal development book or a motivational book I read once. You got to act like someone's got a gun to your head. I forgot, you know, this little 19-year-old. You gotta have that kind of drive or it's never, I was so broke and so desperate and I was tired of seeing my mom struggle, work 3 jobs my whole life. And then even later in life, I saw my mom struggle every day. That was my level of commitment. I never want to be my mom. I never want to have the opportunity to say, no, I can't do that. And, you know, if you listen to Jim Rohn, he's like, there was a time where a girl came up to him and said, would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies? And he lied just to save face with that girl. And he said, no, I already bought Girl Scout cookies. Have you done that before? Have you said a white lie just to get out of something that's not the truth? And that day forward, it broke him. It crushed him. And he's like, I'm never going to say that again. I'm never going to say I did something I didn't do. And if some other girl ever asks me again about Girl Scout cookies, I'm going to buy every single one of them on them. And that's sure enough, that dude lived a legacy, motivated me. And every time some gal somewhere gave him an opportunity to buy some Girl Scout cookies, he's like, how many boxes do you have? And they were like, oh, let me go count them. Oh, we got 13. He's like, I want them all. That's who you can become if you have a level of commitment. Another question is, how much time do I have to give? You may be committed, but do you have the resources or the time? How much is your time worth? You know, I coach people. I have a kind of a general idea number. What's my time worth? It's not worth what it should be, but what is your time worth? Are you going to be trading your time for money? Are you going to be trading your time for a hope or a dream or someone else's goal or someone else's hope and dream? What is your time really worth? Is this an opportunity for a quick buck? Is this passive income for the rest of your life? Let me say that again. Is this the job that you're working today? Is it providing passive income for the rest of your life? Or are you working for some doctor or some attorney or someone else that's providing income for them? Or is this a means to an end? Oh, somebody needed to hear it. Oh, no, what's going on to Savvy Somebody Counselor? I'm saying it to you right here. Is the job that you're doing today, is it providing passive income for the rest of your life? I'm going to have to pause. Is this fun or would this be fun? Is this a job just over broke? When will you see the money? When do you get paid? Will you get paid? What if you don't get paid? Are you putting money in? What are you willing to lose? Is this a business venture? Are you, again, will this get me to my dream? Man, woo, come on, bring it. What you're doing today, that cheeseburger you just shoved in your mouth, will it bring you to your dream? What you're doing today? Will this opportunity help me with my goals? Woo, this is my fave right here. What does it look like in 5 years from now? Was it really? I remember the first time I got sued, man, I thought my world was going to end. And, 5 years later, I laugh about it now. But I'm telling you, at that moment, I was on pins and needles. This is from my boy right there. You hear me, homie? Listen to it. Am I happy with the people I work with? The contractors? Are they sketchy? Man, there's so many times I turn a blind eye when a dude would steal one of my tools or lie on a sheet, and I would just let it slide. Am I happy to work? No, I'm telling you right now, I'm free of that. Do I know the people I work with? I'm telling you, this is something that's brand new in my world. I take the time now to get to know them. I would recommend 6 months or so, but look them up on OCN. Have they been sued? How do they treat their wife? Do they have children? Are they there? Are they working 20-hour days for what? To drive a what? What's a priority in their life? Okay, you got to ask yourself, what's their goals? What's their agenda? What are they trying to do? Would the people around you that you work with you, would they give you $500 if you asked them? Would they give you $1,000? Is there somebody in your world that you work with on a regular basis say, hey, listen, I need 10 G's. Would you give it to me? Ask yourself, what are you trying to do? And where is this going? Could this business scale? Is this relationship going to get into a marriage? If you can answer no, then you shouldn't be doing it. Can it scale? What's the benefit of having this business or operation or endeavor or relationship? What's the benefit here? Not benefit with, friends with benefits. Come on, Tinder. But what's the benefit? What's this going to provide for? Is this a quick buck? Is this a lifelong game? What's your purpose? Ooh. What's your purpose? Why are you here? I know this is deep on a Friday. We're getting ready for Investor Weekend. We're just writing stuff down, getting talks ready. Man, tune in on Monday. You get to hear my boy Jeff Holst. He brought it. Jeff Holst coming on Old School Radio. Anyway, if you don't have your Investor Weekend tickets, don't be slappy tappy. $99. They go up the day of the event. Don't be that sucker. We got 5 or 8 eight sessions on Saturday. Friday night, we're going to connect roundtable. Get your ticket now. Stop being a pansy.
Investor Weekend is not far off, with over 10 information sessions to increase your portfolio. Log on to www.investorweekend.com. Whether you are a seasoned investor or never purchased a property before, you don't want to miss the Investor Weekend. Join us for a powerful, knowledge-packed weekend with over 10 informational sessions that are bound to enlarge your real estate investments. You will hear from the best national and local real estate investors that will share practical and relevant experiences with you, the investor. There will be several networking sessions to connect with other like-minded people for potential funding, partnerships, and yes, hot deals. Go to www.investorweekend.com. Did you know we meet once a month for the Landlord Lunch Meeting? The third Wednesday of every month. Go to landlordlunch.com.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at savvyradioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook and always be buying assets.